Hey everybody, welcome back to Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects. It's what we talk about at our dinner table, and it is why you keep moving forward and never quit. We've got another ugly day here in central Pennsylvania, fully overcast, 37 degrees, the wind's blowing, no frost in the ground, so not a great logging day. I'm at the log yard again. I think you're seeing me here a lot more than I expected to be over the last many months. But I'm making some coffee. I've got a firewood delivery to do, so that's pretty exciting. And I wanted to give Em a break today from doing a video and coming up with more content, so I said I'd say a little something. And I wanted to talk to you just briefly about like what keeps me going, because I can't say that there's a week that goes by that I don't think about quitting, and I have many reasons to. There's so many discouragements. I think I've expressed that before. And certainly this isn't a pity party. I don't want anybody feeling sorry for me, because that's just pathetic and ridiculous. But I don't think my life is anything but common compared to everyone else. So everybody, I am sure, has moments when they just don't want to move on. I've got coffee going here. I'm freezing. I'm going to go ahead and brew that up. So just follow me around the back of the truck here. So I expressed before in a video that I've had a few mentors along the way. One of them in particular is rather uncommon fella. He's not somebody that you might want to be real close to or friends with. He's very rough man. But he's taught me two or three of probably, to me, life's most primal and most important lessons. And to summarize his words, and he's expressed this to me over maybe the last decade, maybe 12 years. He said, life it can throw anything at you. And sometimes you're not even really strong enough to hit back, and even if you could, you don't really have the energy or the force to do so. But he said to me, Ken, despite your own personal strength, there's one thing that I would like to see in every man, especially in you, and that's that you get your butt back up off the ground, you get one foot in front of the other, you focus your eyes ahead, you don't look to the left, you don't look to the right, you move straight on. And when he said that to me, I realized that I was standing in the presence of greatness. It couldn't have come at a better time. It was the words I needed to hear. And this very fella I'm speaking of, his wife has very progressive cancer, and he's not finding himself in the best place right now. And I'm watching him live out his words of advice, and he's just doing a stellar job. I had another friend of mine this past week go through a litany of crazy things that happened to him over the holidays, and again, there's just many reasons to quit. This man's very successful. He's in this industry. Much more successful than me, and he could hang it up, he could retire at any particular time, and he just said, it's the joy of the day, even though these trials are overbearing, unwanted, and even undeserved. but I'm going to just keep moving forward. He said the same thing. He said, I'm going to go on. I'm going to push on. And I don't care. And this particular man has cancer as well. And I would never have even known it, except we're close enough that he shared that with me. And his health issues aren't even really what concerns him. It was other things. So what do you do? How do you look at it? How do you look at your day? How do you look at life? How do you move on? You know, everybody wants that book. They want that sentence. They want that paragraph. They want their motivational speaker, their guru, to give them the advice, to tell them the key. I could tell it to you right here, but if you don't do it, you'll be the same in 2024 as you are in 2023. You'll be the same person that you were in 2022. I already said it in June and July whenever I talked about this subject previously. It's get up, get going, don't lay down, don't quit. Find that reason. And that's my final point. It's your purpose. And I had another great man. He was more of a spiritual leader to me. He showed me a Bible verse that said that a man that is greatly blessed by God leaves to his children. And it's talking about inheritance. And as I get older, I'm going to be 54 in a few days. My entire purpose is to create a system for my family. That is what gets me out of bed at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and keeps me out here working in bad weather and rain till 8 o'clock at night. It's the people that I love and adore and that have added such extreme value and quality to my life. They're my why. And you know, I've sat down at the beginning of most years and wrote out a list of goals. I usually achieve most of them, but in saying so, I found the ones that are most readily achieved, even when they may seem very difficult or even out of my reach. They're the goals where I had that power behind it, that why, that reason for completing and following through. So we're beginning another year. Today's what, the 12th or 13th? I think it's the 13th. What a great day to do a talk like this. Don't be afraid of the number 13. 13 is a great number. I'll explain that to you in another video. But in 2023, find your why. Let's do it, all of us. And I know that most of our audience is a male audience, so I'm speaking to men. Find your why. Let's do it. You know, you want to make your life great, you can do it. It's you. It's on your shoulders. It's square on them. And there isn't somebody coming along to rescue you. That's a fallacy. It just ain't going to happen. The government isn't going to do it. There isn't going to be a big bailout. It's on you. And together, as a community on YouTube, we can do it. We can push through. We can find reasons. We can look at a bad economy, and I'll tell you what, you can find a place in it for yourself. And that's where we are. We've got a bad economy. That shouldn't make us lay down. It might make us afraid. That's okay. Being afraid or fear, that's just motivation. Just that's the energy. That's the kick in the gut to get going. So let's make this a great year. And I'll talk about something like this again in another 2, 3, 4 months. I don't want to bore you with it. But it is a new year. People do make resolutions. Most people have already broken them. So it's time to be different. It's time to find that fight in your soul and battle on. And let's do it together. We can be friends in this. This is something as a community we can participate in. We can never lay down and never quit. And we can be proud of who we are and proud of our day and sleep well at night knowing that whether we failed miserably, we put it all in. We didn't leave anything on the table. We didn't leave anything behind. We put it all forward. So be blessed. It's the weekend. I've been honored that anybody would listen to my voice or find that what we have going on to be something unique. So thank you to everybody, and have a good weekend.